side of the world. But of course, when you can have somebody who is competing in it at an Olympic venue or just dominating the way that he has, he might be a household name in his country and other parts of the world. I think Justin said something funny. He might not even be able to get through customs with all the gold medals that he is now going to be taking with him. Speaking of somebody who is a multiple-time Olympic medalist, Eileen Gu, who is a household name. Even Vice President J.D. Vance came out and said that he wished she was competing for Team USA. His answer, of course, towed the line. He was very careful with what he wanted to say. So Eileen Gu tomorrow is going to try to qualify in the half pipe, which is her best event. She's already won gold in that event. She's the defending gold medalist. She's going to try and win another gold medal, which would give her another medal at these games. But the fascinating story to me, Ryan, is how much she's getting paid by the Chinese government. The number is fluctuating depending on what you read, but she made $23 million, I think, last year. That's an insane amount.
Yeah, I mean, we all know about the sponsorship deals. She's got Louis Vuitton. She's got Tiffany and Company. So she's getting sponsorship deals. A lot of these athletes, Jordan Stolz is getting Hershey money. Aaron Jackson's getting Hershey money. There are, a lot of sponsors who are taking part in this. She's obviously very well educated in the United States. She's positioned herself very much in the way that Lindsey Vonn has with beauty products and getting sponsorships out there. But we also learned through some of the reporting from the Wall Street Journal that there has been money coming from the Chinese government. They have set aside millions of dollars annually for athletes to compete, and she is one of the highest paid of those athletes, according to this report. Now, in the United States, our government does not fund these athletes. There's usually contributions that are made through private donations. The USOPC does a tremendous job trying to get funding for travel, for housing, even to help find them jobs. But we don't have this structure where the United States government pays our athletes to compete in these games directly. Not the case in China. Now, that being said, this report says that the budget came out showing that athletes like Eileen Gu had been paid these millions of dollars. That budget has since been taken down. Those numbers are no longer publicly known, but the Wall Street Journal was able to get their hands on it. Now, this does bring up the interesting point. She's obviously very good at marketing herself. She knows how to make money. She's making the most out of this opportunity. Now, if you had millions of dollars waved in front of you by the Chinese government, your mother is Chinese, would you accept that money? Now, according to the vice president, he says she was trained, she was educated here, she should compete for the United States of America. A lot of people feel that way. However, if you're branding yourself and realize this is your window to make a lot of money, regardless of where that money comes from, I think a lot of people would also understand her decision for making that money from China, money that she could not have made perhaps if she was in the United States and competing for the United States.
Yeah, all you have to do is Google her, and Celebrity Net Worth has her, assets at $50 million, which is an incredible number. And of the $23 million that I read that she earned last year in total, 100,000 of it came from actual on-snow competition. The rest of it from all those endorsement deals. So very fascinating story to watch. And then, of course, she's a 5-time medalist, right? I think she's got 2 golds and 3 silvers, but she's going to be competing in the half pipe coming up here. She's got 2 silvers at these games in big air and slopestyle. The half pipe is her signature event, so I keep using the word expectation because we've said that a lot of times the expectation is that she will win gold, but the expectation was that Ilya Malinin was going to win gold. That didn't happen. The expectation was that Amber Glenn would have a very strong short program, and she didn't as we transition to the Blade Angels. What did you make of everything last night? I mean, I want to get to the individual neutral athlete in a second. Let's start with Team USA and the 3 individuals with Alyssa Liu in third place right now.
Alyssa Liu looks really good, and she puts herself in a very good spot, I believe, just under 2 points off of the top spots, and the Japanese are going to be difficult to overcome, but this is the free skate, and you've got a little more flexibility to try to gain as much points. I think the story, obviously, coming out of yesterday was the tearful exit of from the ice of Amber Glenn. We saw her, bail out of that triple axel, losing out on, I believe it was 7 points as a result of that, and really falling down to 13th spot. It's going to be a very, very difficult challenge for her to overcome and to to get back into podium status. But she does have a gold. She's going to go out. She's going to throw her free skate as best as she can, see how much she can climb, and hopefully take away some successes. But Alyssa Liu seems to be the one that the U.S. is going to bank all of its success on potentially here headed into the free skates. See if she can overcome these Japanese who do have a tendency to slide a little bit, historically speaking. Obviously, each Olympics brings its own storylines and its own athletes, but we'll see if she can keep up the pressure, see if she can keep up her attitude. She certainly was all smiles, and she's always been all smiles every time you see Alyssa Liu competing at these games.
Yeah, you can tell that the joy is there for her, and it wasn't a couple of years ago, which is why she retired from the sport before coming back. And nobody thinks of athletes retiring when they're, under 20 years of age, but it turned out to be the right decision for her because she's the reigning world champ and she's in position for a medal, which would erase the 20-year drought of us as a country in this particular event. Sasha Cohen, 2006, winning silver. Lastly, before we go, Ryan, I want to ask you about I want to get her name right, Adelia Petrosian, the individual neutral athlete from Russia, three-time Russian national champ. Will Russia win a fourth gold medal? We talked about Japan being in spots 1, 2, and 4 right now. She's currently in 5th. What do you think? Does she have a shot at not just medaling, but possibly gold? She's only 18.
That'd be an incredible story. Obviously, with the background and the history going into these games, it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. There's a reason they compete. We'll see how it all ends up. But definitely an interesting storyline there, and could be the future, and we could see her name popping up in Olympics to come.
I'm not necessarily rooting for her, but I did love the Michael Jackson look, and she did actually, I think, skate to Billie Jean there for a little bit. Ryan Burrow, WGN News Radio in Chicago. We appreciate the insight as always. We'll talk to you later on Italy 2026 Rewind. Thanks, Ryan.
See you.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, it's been great. I saved hundreds when I switched to Progressive.
Molly Burke is passive progressive.
That's so great. Maybe you can buy a bigger sun hat.
Molly doesn't have Progressive and takes it out on those who do.
If they make one.
I can handle my claim online or on the phone, whatever's easiest.
Tiana, she can be laid back. Let's eat, girls.
I'm so happy you didn't blow all your savings upgrading to a better room. Oh, look, they do have rooms with balconies.
Don't be passive progressive.
Lucky.
Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry. I had migraines and respiratory issues.
I served in the Army. There's a lot more people out there that have gone through more things. I shouldn't go and get those benefits because they had it worse.
If you could say anything to that veteran, what would you say?
Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country. You deserve because you serve. If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait, reach out.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
That's all the time we have. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Inside Italy 2026. Have a great one.
It's tax sale time at Jimmy Mitchell Motors in Aurora, Missouri. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $7,500. Each one has been inspected by our certified mechanics and carries our 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. If you have credit issues, no problem. At Jimmy Mitchell Motors, we know bad things happen to good people, and we're here to help. And you can use your tax refund to lower your monthly payments. Come to Jimmy Mitchell Motors, where
nobody beats our deal.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
Welcome to the only podcast that I know of that starts with two meteorologists actually loosening their tie.
You guys don't know what it's going to be an hour.
He'll say, nope, time to roll the window back up.
Watch Two Dudes in a Doppler Thursdays at 12:30 on Ozarks First Plus.
I have to try to say as many of these song titles on air that we can in the next week.
These are just swells that are generated by these tropical systems, and they hit the coastline.
We'll have to wear this tie on air. You already got the tie ready to go.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry. I had migraines and respiratory issues.
I served in the Army. There's a lot more people out there that have gone through more things. I shouldn't go and get those benefits because they had it worse.
If you could say anything to that veteran, what would you say?
Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country. You deserve because you serve. If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
All right.
performance, like no way to measure performance in a lot of jobs. There's just like, okay, do you come in? Do you have a good attitude? Do you get your job done? Like now, if you're in sales or you're in, I don't know. I guess you could. I'm just using what we do. Maybe ratings or, clicks, whatever.
Yeah,
that's a measurable. That's a measurable thing. But it's like, I don't know. For a lot of jobs, you can't measure some of the most important things about being hireable.
To the question, do you follow soccer?
I follow soccer when he makes me watch it.
Okay, that was right. And
but
he does very much follow it.
It's not like our football where it's just a season and we're all in it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It is year round when you watch the like local, like the state teams in Mexico, and then the MLS. I think that's what that is, and then you got the FIFA, and then
if you're not sitting there watching the whole game, you've missed so much.
I do like to watch soccer though because, and I don't know if I've talked about this before. Soccer does not have commercial breaks, okay? They'll just read some ads during the game when there's like a lull. But for my brain, and you know how we switch between things all the time nowadays, it is really hard for me to watch American football when every 2 minutes they go to commercial break again. And soccer is not like that, so I'm coming around.
I've also watched like the end of a game and been like, I don't know if I really enjoy watching soccer. But if I watch from the start or just like most of a game, I do feel like it's a fun time. It almost feels like a complete story. You start to be like,
if you really watch,
there wasn't any points scored in the entire game, but like, wow, they got close here, they got close here, and this person really stood out.
Yeah, I think that
I do get it.
There are also like there are some games I've watched and I'm like, wow, really nothing happened at all.
Yeah.
Maybe one goal, and it was when I went up to go to the bathroom or something. And
but
then
sometimes
like,
nothing technically happens,
goals.
but yeah, it feels like it.
And 6 goals in 90 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of action.
Did you want to talk about these stats? I don't know what they mean.
Well, I've got some numbers here
Okay.
So over 500,000 people are expected to go to Kansas City, or at least the region, for the World Cup. 650K, over 500,000. So 650K expected visitors. 653 million in direct economic impact. That's just in Kansas City, and they'll be stopping through other towns as they're driving up or flying in or whatever they're doing, Number 3 most searched Kansas City has become on Expedia, so it's going to be a top destination. Also, I've learned that Kansas City is the smallest host city out of all of them. Wow. So I'm pretty proud of the way that they've organized this. It seems like they've got their stuff together here.
So are the number 1 and 2 most searched places other host cities that are just bigger?
I'm guessing.
Okay.
But and don't ask me what they are. The
Sorry,
other host cities.
Yeah,
I'm focused in on.
You're locked in on
I'm locked in. Yeah.
Springfield.
Kansas City. And the Fan Fest also going to be great. It's going to be a place where people that didn't necessarily get tickets, like my husband tried to get tickets, didn't get it. So, but if he wanted to be a part of the culture, he could go up there and be a part of Fan Fest and watch the games there. There's also going to be concerts and just a big gathering place. So, sounds really fun. I will be having a baby at that time. So count me out.
You'll be stuck on the couch watching all of it play out.
He was going to get tickets. His friends got the lottery. He was going to get tickets in July 3rd. Yeah. And I'm like, 4th of July in Kansas City during FIFA World Cup. Like, you can't miss that. But also, we are just having a baby.
So be a little busy.
You decide what you want to do with that. But then they ended up not getting tickets.
Here's the list of cities in America. It's
nice.
Most of them, I guess.
I feel like a lot of those cities already have the infrastructure in place.
Yeah,
Kansas City might have to do a little bit more work to get ready for this. But I know that they have the link. They've got the public, is that what it's called? No, that's what's in Seattle. They've got the metro.
Yeah.
They've got the public transportation set up. So there's going to be 16,000 volunteers, 531 organizations, civic and corporate groups, 50-plus agencies coordinating security efforts. This is a big undertaking. Springfield could never, but maybe one day. And And if
let's see how Route 66 goes first. Hold on.
Yeah, actually, I mean, this is our mini FIFA World Cup.
Absolutely.
And I'm more excited for that than I am the World Cup.
Oh no. Our biases are coming out.
And that festival is going to run for 18 days. So you've got a long stretch to go to it if you want to. Last thing I will say, and now I lost it.
Oh.
I forgot it. Oh, a lot of people have been bringing this up. My husband first says, we're going to have a baby over the World Cup. It's wild. It's a wild thing to happen. I'm like, I literally told him one time, I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm tired of hearing about having a baby over the World Cup. I went to a gender reveal for a friend.
Uh-huh.
2 people
brought it up.
They're like, when's your due date? I say my due date. They go, oh, you're having a baby over the World Cup. I'm like, are you kidding me?
So you're going to have a son named FIFA or?
Hey, spoiler alert. Yeah, maybe I should. Messi.
Yeah, ooh.
Something like that.
Ronaldo. You could probably get away with that one.
My dad. My dad's name's Ronald. So they also brought that up. Okay. And I said, no, my dad's name's Ronald. I don't know if I should do that.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, it's a double meaning.
Yeah.
Okay, well, enough about that. If you like soccer, now you know some of the big things that you should be thinking about ahead of come June, July. And when we come back, we've got some good video for you. A dog being rescued from 50 feet down in a well. And that DoorDash driver that saved a family's home when it caught on fire. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
A family in Virginia counting their blessings after their 2-year-old dog survived a fall down a 50-foot deep well, abandoned well, and it led to a really complex overnight rescue. But you see there, they got him and he is okay. You don't hear about this very often. The call came in around 9 p.m. The dog had fallen into what they thought was a sinkhole. They later realized it was an abandoned well. And then they determined that it had been covered by a concrete slab. And then it just, lots of hazards for rescuers, of course, the dog too. And everything turned out okay, but I mean, Winnie was secured, but not without a lot of hassle from the people that tried to get her back. Lots of, like, a rotator truck was used to get the concrete slab off. I'm not sure exactly how they were able to bring her up, and then now she's in the cage. So, pretty interesting, though.
But you said she's okay now?
She is totally okay.
Okay, perfect. This is a reverse Lassie. We talked about Lassie yesterday.
Deep cut to yesterday.
Instead of the dog saving the kid from the well,
yes,
people saved a dog from the well. And that's
so true. I
like
forgot
that.
about that. Specifically the well thing.
Specifically a well.
That's right. Yeah, so the call came in at 9 p.m. They finally got Lassie/Winnie out at 12:30 a.m. And I think they realized a little later on how much work this was really going to be to get the dog out. It's a she. Only had minor scratches. Oh, small skull fracture.
Ow.
I'm sorry, Winnie. Got a headache. They're grateful the dog, though, is recovering and nobody else was injured.
Yeah.
And so, such a successful outcome. So glad. It sounds like, actually, that abandoned well had collapsed. Like the dog had fallen into it, wasn't being a silly dog. Just walking around in the backyard and fell in.
Wow.
So maybe I guess it's a sinkhole. Oh, okay. So a sinkhole did open up.
Yeah.
But just underneath it happened to be the well. So wow.
I'm impressed how many people it took to get her out. There was like 4 people all just not 4 people. There was a lot of people all standing around.
Oh yeah. And is it one of those things where when you hear about it, you're like, oh, I'm going. Let me go.
Yeah,
you know? Where it's not
I'm sure
like,
a lot of people
here
volunteered.
we go.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
Assist.
when the snow starts falling here, we have reports of snow. Everybody's like, I'll work.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be left out. You know, something fun happens.
I don't know if this was
in the
pure
news,
fun, but yes, it's going to be a good feeling when you get.
They don't want to have fun.
A dog out
when the rescue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there she is.
She's
all good.
She's all good.
Okay, and then next, a woman in North Carolina is now searching for her DoorDash driver who alerted the family that their house was on fire, potentially saving their lives. This is a family in Fayetteville, North Carolina. The kids went outside after ordering ice cream to get their ice cream that had been delivered, and the driver said, hey, your house is on fire. And then the mom came running out. She ended up putting the fire out with a hose. As she did that, the driver got on her phone, called 911. And the mom says if it wasn't for her paying attention, being aware, and choosing to let them know versus saying, oh, not my problem, she's just an amazing human being. And there she is. So she's taking a picture of the ice cream.
And also a picture of the fire.
She's a multitasker. She's got to get that job done.
Yeah, I've absolutely, though, had like people just be like, hey, just real quick, thought you should know. Here's a problem. And I'm like, oh, that is huge to know. Thank you. So just keep other people informed with.
She could have been like, oh, a little smoke?
Little smoke?
Not
Nah,
sure
not
about that. I
worried
got to
about
go
it,
get my
but
next food order.
If you get a bad feeling from it. So it's always good to let people know. At worst, they're like, that was burnt food. You're good.
Yeah, something
Whatever,
else going on, inside the house. But the mom is now saying that she's still trying to find this delivery driver. All she knows is that her first name is Hallie. So they're looking for her in the Fayetteville, North Carolina area, and the family is staying with friends right now because the flames were enough to displace them. Firefighters, big scene, but they just made sure that the flames are out. But the mom stepped in too and put her own house fire out before the fire department could get there. So, wow, all around wild story, and we got the DoorDash doorbell video to go with it. Okay, and when we come back, it's what we're watching, screen time segment, talking about what we're watching and what we want to watch. Because, TV has been hard for me to get into the past few days. So there are some things on my list that we'll touch on. Okay? Be right back.
Rice Krispies treats.
Chewy. Crispy. Excuse me, Anna. Anna. We'll see you now. Treat your inner child. Yay!
This is a story about the one. The one who looks to Grainger to make sparks fly. Getting it done right is a craft. It takes experience, the right material, and the right partner like Grainger with a wide range of professional-grade products. For the one, working hard means others can play even harder. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
All right, what are we watching this week?
Is this the movie you watched?
This is the movie that I watched. This is the only thing that I didn't even turn my TV on last night.
Wow.
I went straight to bed. I did watch a little YouTube in bed, but that's a whole different thing. I don't count that. I have been sick.
Probably.
And I've been very busy. And then after dinner, I don't get home till late. After dinner, sometimes TV is just too much. Gotta go to bed.
How was the movie?
Okay, let me tell you.
Oh, she has thoughts. Oh, I didn't know.
Within the first 5 minutes of this movie, I tell my husband, hey, there's this new movie. I've heard a lot about it. New rom-com. Let's watch it. So Apple TV, everybody. Because it was in theaters, too.
Yeah.
A24.
Yeah.
One of the newest.
I heard
new
some
A24
people go to
ones.
it in theater.
Yeah, I would have went to it and seen it in theaters, but good thing I didn't, because by the end of it, I was crying like a baby.
Oh.
Not some tears rolling down.
Sure.
Actual sobbing and
wow. good, like
in a good way.
Okay, in a good way. That was what I was.
Yeah, in a good way. We loved it. Rafa
Uh-huh.
even came to me the next morning. The first thing I wake up in bed, he brings me coffee and he's like, I think that's my new favorite rom-com.
Wow. That's
That's
high
morning,
praise.
he's still thinking about it.
Still talking about it.
But we were 5 minutes into this thing, and we
Yeah.
look at each other, and we're like, this is going to be an emotional
This is
roller
gonna be-
coaster. We just not
Wow.
are not sure. Are we ready for this?
we ready
Like,
for it?
buckle up.
Yeah, okay.
And then we paused it one time to get our something sweet at night,
Sure.
and he was like, I just don't know if I'm prepared for this. I'm like, should we turn it off? I mean, it's a Monday night. This is a lot to deal with on a Monday night.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. This is a crazy way to start
It's a
your week
weekend.
daily.
It's a weekend type thing. But I'm glad I didn't watch it on the weekend because it made me cry. So
Yeah.
I want to cry on a weekend. I'll cry on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
So
good. Go watch it. It's about a woman whose husband passed away when she was, no spoilers, but passed away when she was in her 20s in a war. And then later she remarried, spent her whole 60-some years with somebody else. So when she gets to essentially the
Afterlife.
yeah, she has to decide, who are you going to spend eternity with?
Yeah.
And she really only has these two options. And then it just,
Goes from there.
goes from there.
I feel like you're gonna spoil
and
the whole thing for somebody.
no, and it's just, I mean, that alone
Please
is
don't
what
start
I knew
crying
about it, and I was like, now I have to know who do you choose? Who do you choose? So, and then
But
you know
they wrapped it up good. It sounds like they found.
Yes,
found
and just seeing them, they're young but they're old. They talk like
Yeah.
old people because they're old, but they're in their young bodies. It's just so cute, and it's
Yeah.
so sad. Anyway, okay.
Are you ready for my?
Yes, I am.
So this, I guess Friday, one of our coworkers was leaving, and his goodbye party, we watched his favorite movie, which just happened to be something.
Wait, you had a second goodbye party?
We had a lot of goodbye parties.
Oh my
But in this
goodness.
case, we watched Titanic in its entirety.
You did?
Yes.
Oh
so
my
I've now
gosh,
seen
that's his favorite. I
Titanic.
knew that's Blake's favorite
Of course, it's
movie.
Blake's favorite movie.
Oh my
And I was like, are we really
goodness.
gonna watch 3 hours and 15 minutes? We did. We did.
You
watch
sat
it.
there and watched it?
Watched the whole thing.
But-
With a little intermission in the middle, but before.
Where you had to switch over the
VHS
VHS
to- yeah,
tape, right?
yeah.
Exactly. Did you?
Um,
But you didn't watch it on VHS, did you?
No, we didn't.
Okay, I was gonna say, wow,
HBO
that's
Max.
dedication.
But it was good. I had a good time with it. I mean, I think the first VHS was a lot of different genres that I was like, wow, there's something in here for everybody. I can see why everybody
Yeah.
likes this. And then the second half, I felt like the whole thing was overshadowed by the horrors happening around you.
That's why I
And-
told you I've seen the first one. I've seen
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first half
yeah, no,
a lot.
That's a very fun movie, and then yes, it takes a turn.
It's
and
it's
so
a hard to get up
I
and put in
guess-
that second one.
I guess that the second, half makes it a bigger deal, but I was like, oh, it almost overshadows whatever we were building before. I don't know.
Yeah.
And again, I knew how it ended, so every time they'd like pass somebody and be like, oh, we could save them, I'm like, you can't. They're dead. Good luck.
Like when they're in
going.
the water.
Yeah, when they're like in the middle of the boat and hallways are flooding and they're like, oh, maybe we
That
can
is
save this
one of
child.
the-
I'm like, no, you
The
can't.
most stressful things, like specifically when they're down in the boat, when Leo
yeah.
and her are down in the boat trying to get out, and he's handcuffed,
For
right?
part of it, yeah.
Yeah, that part I would almost
So
fast
much.
forward through. Like the door
Yeah.
part is better than that
The
part
door
for
part,
me.
which I just keep being asked about the door part. I have always thought that was a fun joke and a fun like bit, but like the whole thing is that they freeze to death. It's not that you just have to stay afloat. She's wearing a life vest. She could float no matter what. It's that if you get too far in the water, you're gonna freeze.
Yeah, that's what. If he was on it with her,
It would have sunk. Or it wouldn't have sunk all the way, but it
I
would have
think-
sunk enough that they would have been in the water and they would have
but
gotten
you've
cold
seen
and they
the
would have
memes
died.
where if they would have
They, like,
positioned their
stacked on
bodies
top of each other.
correctly, they could have.
I just
but I
feel like
think
that's gonna sink
if he
enough.
tried, he probably would have put her in the water, then
Right.
she would have been wet.
She would
and
have been
so,
wet and
Yeah,
frozen. Yeah.
yeah, and the part where she gets that whistle.
Yeah.
That
really
is
good
just like gut wrenching, but it's like yes, and then
Yeah.
the Carpathia comes, and then
Spoilers for Titanic, everybody.
yeah. Now you got to go to the museum in Branson.
Yeah.
it would
make a lot more sense
really
now.
good
Yeah.
experience for you to watch.
Yeah.
Just coming off.
fresh off, it'd be like, I
fresh.
remember that exact. I do actually want to look up. I haven't, but I want to look up some of the real life facts about it and stuff because I've heard
Oh.
random trivia about the Titanic my whole life, but I think now having it all put together would really.
I know we're running out of time here, but
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was this. I went to one in Kansas City. It's not as good as the one in Branson, but it was cool. And at the end, they showed this. I wish I would have taken a picture of it. Graph of like first class passengers, crew members, second class, third class, and then where if they died, if they survived, and like the visual
yeah, yeah, yeah.
representation of it was so wild.
Yeah.
And I wish I could tell you what percentage.
No, that's okay.
I
I will
forget,
know
but
that-
it was incredible to see how
Yeah.
it all came
Partway
about.
through the movie, I did ask out loud. I was like, "How many people like made it that didn't get on lifeboats?" And at the end of the movie, again, spoilers for Titanic.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't remember.
People made
That's
it,
it?
that weren't on a lifeboat.
That they were still in the water alive.
Yes, right. Similar to how Rose ends up and everything. So not statistically
Wow,
likely. But
I
yes,
didn't
I
know
was
that.
waiting for them to kind of get to that because I was like, how many of these like once they get to the kind of the final action sequences, I'm like, no, most of these people aren't making it. And yeah, like literally.
No, and that was the
6
whole
of them are
thing is
making
they
it.
needed more lifeboats, but
Yes.
it was unsinkable, so they thought, oh,
I thought it was
we'll
fine.
lighten
it
the
looked
weight.
a little cluttered
not
with
put
too
it-
many lifeboats out here.
Also, last thing, when you go to Branson, you can stick your hand in a that is the temperature of the water.
So cold.
See how long you can keep just your hand. I mean,
Yeah.
it is.
And then don't let
It's
go.
not surprising. I can't believe that 6 people. They probably were floating on debris. You know, that's the only thing to stay out of the water. So, all right, we gotta go. Bye.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
Welcome to the only podcast that I know of that starts with 2 meteorologists actually loosening their tie.
You
It'll be
guys
like,
don't know what it's going to be an hour.
he'll say,
from
you know,
now.
like, nope, time to roll the window back up.
Watch Two Dudes in a Doppler Thursdays at 12:30 on Ozarks First Plus.
To try to say as many of these song titles on air that we can in the next week.
These are just swells that are generated by
There goes
these
another.
tropical systems, and they hit the coastline.
We'll have to wear this tie on air. You already got the tie ready to go.
Love the hustle, Cliff.
Who are you? Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Tucson, we saw two men come out. They parked the car. They walked around the back. They went over to the neighbor's house. They climbed a ladder. They looked at their motion detecting sensor light in the backyard, looking to see the vantage point from there and if it was, where it went into Nancy Guthrie's yard. What they took away from that, they are not sharing.